You may feel forgotten, abandoned, lost in a world that moves too fast, too loud, too cold. But my love has never moved. It has never grown dim. Before you took your first breath, I had already given everything, my very son, to bring you home. Not because you earned it, not because you proved yourself, but because you are mine, and I will not let you perish in darkness when I have already made a way into light. This is not just a message, it is your rescue. Welcome to God Says, where broken hearts are restored, souls are awakened, and healing begins through the living words of the Lord. I loved you before you knew my name. Before you knew my name, I had already called you mine. Before you ever looked toward heaven in desperation, I had already descended to earth in mercy. Before your first mistake, my son had already carried it. Before your first tear, I had already bottled it. And before your first breath, my heart had already chosen you. There has never been a moment where I was not aware of you, not one second where my love for you wavered. I have always been here, not waiting for your perfection, but waiting for your return. You do not need to climb to reach me. I descended to reach you. When the world could not fix you, I came to heal you. When sin chained you, I gave my son to free you. I have never looked away from you in disgust. I have always looked upon you with compassion. Even now, as your heart quietly aches for meaning, for restoration, for peace, I am the one drawing near. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am not angry with you. I am calling you home. You have been chasing many things: approval, safety, love, belonging, but none have satisfied. Because what your soul truly longs for is not a thing, but a person, me. You were made for communion with me. You were designed to dwell in my presence. Every fear that grips you, every doubt that holds you back, every shadow you've tried to outrun, I see it, and still I stay. I do not leave when it gets dark. I do not walk away when you collapse. I draw closer. I sit with you. I wrap my arms around your weariness and speak life into places that have long felt dead. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are exactly where I can reach you. And I am reaching now, not the world has told you that. Love must be earned. That value must be proven. That your place must be fought for. But I tell you this, you are loved simply because you are mine. You are chosen because I formed you. You are wanted because I made a covenant to redeem you. I do not measure your worth by your wins or your wounds. I measure it by the price I paid, and I paid it in full with the blood of my son. I did not send him to condemn you. I sent him to rescue you, and he came willingly for you, for the chance that you might believe and never be lost again. You wonder if you are too messy for redemption. But I am the God who brings order from chaos, light from darkness, healing from ashes. You are not a lost cause. You are my beloved creation, the one I rejoiced over before the foundation of the world. I have not given up on you, and I never will. You may feel weak, but I am your strength. You may feel confused, but I am your clarity. You may feel unworthy, but I have already declared you worth dying for. You do not need to perform. You need only to surrender. Come to me, not with explanations or excuses, but with your heart. Let me hold the parts you're ashamed of. Let me speak truth over the lies you've believed. Let me replace the fear with love that cannot be shaken. Let me show you who you truly are, not what the world says, not what your pain says, but what I say. I call you precious. I call you chosen. I call you forgiven. I call you whole. You were not made to carry shame. You were made to carry my spirit. You were not made to wander aimlessly. You were made to walk in purpose. You were not made to be enslaved by sin. You were made to live in freedom, and that freedom is found in my Son. Everything I offer you is found in him. Forgiveness that cannot be revoked, grace that cannot be exhausted, a future that cannot be shaken. He bore your sins so you could bear my name. He wore a crown of thorns so you could wear a crown of life. He was forsaken so you could be embraced forever. I gave my only Son for you, not because you deserved it, but because love gives Eden. When it hurts, love sacrifices, love redeems. And my love is not a concept, it is a person. It is Jesus, the one who knows you perfectly and loves you fully. So child, stop running. Stop doubting your worth. Stop waiting to feel ready. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for your yes. And if you feel weak, remember this. Your role is to stay with me until the end, and I will give you the answer your heart has longed for. You do not need to fix everything right now. You need only to remain. I will restore what was broken. I will rewrite the story. I will redeem what seemed lost. And I will walk with you every step of the way. This is the beginning not of striving, but of surrender, not of earning, but of receiving. You have not stumbled here by accident. I have brought you here to tell you, you are not alone. You are not unloved. You are not forgotten. You are mine, and I am with you, now and forever. You are not beyond my reach. You may think there is a line you have crossed, a moment too far gone, a season too broken to be reclaimed. But I tell you now, with all the authority of heaven, there is no place you have gone where I cannot reach you. There is no depth too dark, no shame too great, no silence too long that could ever separate you from my love. I do not measure your future by your failures. I do not write you off because of what you've done. I write you into my redemption because of what my Son has done. And that blood still speaks. It speaks of mercy that silences accusation. It speaks of grace that rewrites history. It speaks of love that refuses to let go. You are not your past. You are not your worst moment. You are not what they said when you were at your lowest. You are not the brokenness you carry or the wounds you've hidden. You are mine, and I have always known how to lead the lost home. My Son did not die to save the righteous. He died for the ones who wept in the dark, wondering if they could ever be whole again. He died for you, and that cross was not a moment of weakness. It was the full strength of my love poured out without reserve. He hung in agony so you would never again have to live in separation. He bled so you would never again wonder where you stood with me. You are not standing in judgment. You are standing in invitation. I have seen the ways you've tried to earn love, the performances, the perfectionism, the fear of disappointing everyone, including me. But I need you to know this. I did not send my Son so you would perform better. I sent him so you would be set free. I don't want your polished answers. I want your honesty. I don't need your ritual. I want your relationship. I don't require your striving. I desire your surrender. There is no mask you can wear that makes you more lovable in my sight. I already see through every mask. And still, I love you deeper than you can comprehend. You have hidden parts of your heart, even from yourself. But I see them all, and I am not afraid of your darkness. I do not flinch at your secrets. I do not turn away from your sorrow. I run toward it, and I whisper into that place, you are safe here. You are safe with me. I will not use your vulnerability against you. I will not shame your brokenness. I will not abandon you in your fear. I will hold you until the trembling stops, and I will speak truth until every lie breaks. Child, I know you've been disappointed. I know you've been hurt, even by those who claim to carry my name. I know you've prayed and waited and watched nothing change. I know you've wondered if I hear you, if I care, if I'm even real. But I never ask you to deny your questions. Ask you to bring them to me. I never ask you to pretend. I ask you to be present. I never silence your cries. I come near to them. And I want you to hear me now, clearly, without confusion. I have never left you. Not once. Not ever. Every night you felt alone, I was sitting beside you. Every time you blamed yourself for what others did, I was holding your fragile heart. Every moment you couldn't stop the tears, I was counting them. Every time you felt unseen, I was watching over you with tenderness beyond human understanding. You have never been forgotten, and you never will be. I know the battle inside you, the part of you that wants to trust, and the part that fears disappointment, the part that wants to hope, and the part that still aches from past silence. But my love is not like the love of this world. It does not change. It does not wear thin. It does not give up when you hesitate. I am not waiting to punish you for your doubt. I am longing to restore you through it. Bring me your hesitation. Bring me your grief. Bring me your anger. I can hold it all and still call you holy, still call you mine, still draw you near. The healing I bring is not shallow. I do not rush your process. I do not demand instant transformation. I walk with you, slowly, gently, purposefully, and at every step I remind you, you are still mine. You are still worth it. You are still loved. You are still chosen. I am not shocked by your mess. I made provision for it before the world began. I do not love the future version of you. I love the you that's reading this now, the you that doubts, the you that fears, the you that wants to believe but doesn't know how. Come anyway, just come. You don't have to be whole to return. You only have to be willing. You don't have to fix everything before you let me in. You just have to open the door. And child, I am standing at it knocking, waiting, ready. When you open, I don't come to judge. I come to dine. I come to dwell. I come to heal. I come to restore. And when you fail again, I will still be here. When you forget what I said, I will remind you. When you grow tired of trying, I will carry you. When you no longer believe in yourself, I will believe for you. I have already made up my mind about you, and nothing you do will change that. My decision to love you is final. You wonder how long I will wait. My answer is simple. As long as it takes. I am not in a hurry. I am not keeping score. I am walking with you, step by step, breath by breath. And my son, my precious son, paid the price not just to forgive your past, but to walk with you into an unshakable future. I have made a way where there was no way. I have removed the barrier that once stood between us. I have called you by name, and you are mine. You may feel like you are failing, but I say you are growing. You may feel like giving up, but I say you are awakening. You may feel like everything is being shaken, but I say I am building you on a firmer foundation. Do not fear this process. Do not run from this pruning. What feels like loss is making room for life. What feels like surrender is planting roots for glory. What feels like the end is the birth of something eternal. This is what love looks like. I stay. I pursue. I restore. And I am not finished with you. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. Rise from the fear that was never yours. You have dwelled too long in the shadows of fear. You have made a home in the echo of lies that told you you were not enough, not capable, not worthy, not chosen. But those voices were never mine. I did not author your shame. I did not breathe life into your fear. I am the one who breathed life into you. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, of a sound and renewed mind. You were not created to shrink back. You were born to rise. And now, I am calling you forth from every grave you have buried yourself in. Every lie you made your identity. Every pain you used as a covering. I see through it all, and I say, enough. That is not who you are. You are not the rejection you faced. You are not the mistake you made. You are not the moment you lost control, or the years you wandered off course. You are not the sum of your failures, or the labels the world stuck on your soul. You are my child, my image bearer, my beloved. You have carried burdens you were never meant to carry. You have apologized for simply being. You have shrunk your light to make others comfortable. But I did not anoint you to be invisible. I did not form you in your mother's womb, only to watch you dissolve into silence. I placed eternity within you. I placed fire within your bones. And now it is time to burn away what does not reflect me. It is time to let go of every weight that keeps you from running freely into the life I authored for you. I know what it cost you to survive. I know what it cost you to stay silent. I know the nights you wept alone, wondering if anyone noticed the pain behind your smile. I noticed. I never missed a single tear. I never missed a single thought. I never missed a single silent scream. You thought you had to be strong alone. But I never asked you to do this without me. I never asked you to pretend. I never asked you to be perfect. I only asked that you believe. Believe that I am with you. Believe that my grace is enough. Believe that even when you feel you are falling, I am the arms that catch you every time. There is no weakness that disqualifies you. There is no confusion that makes you unreachable. There is no moment of doubt that cancels my covenant. You are not a lost cause. You are not behind. You are not too late. I am the God who restores time. I am the one who redeems years. I do not measure progress the way the world does. I measure it by surrender. I measure it by your willingness to stay close to me even when it hurts. And child, I see how you have stayed. I see how you have kept seeking. I see how you have not let go. And I say to you now, as the one who has never left your side, there is more. More healing, more hope, more purpose. More of me. You have believed that you must earn everything. That only when you achieve enough, perform enough, fix enough, will you finally be lovable, acceptable, safe. But my love is not earned. It is given freely, without condition, without expiration. I am not withholding my presence until you get it right. I am not crossing my arms waiting for you to prove your worth. I already proved your worth when I gave my son. His blood was the payment. His death was the gateway. His resurrection was the seal, and that door is still open. You do not need to beg to be let in. You are already invited. Come boldly, even if you come limping. I do not speak to your performance. I speak to your identity. You are not just trying to survive. You are destined to overcome. You are not just avoiding failure. You are stepping into legacy. I have not called you to hide. I have called you to carry light into dark places. And to do that, you must let me first shine into your own. You must let me break every chain you have come to call normal. You must let me free the parts of you still tied to pain. Healing will require honesty. Freedom will require release. But I will walk with you through every moment. And I will not let you fall apart without holding you close. Do not fear what you feel. Emotions are not enemies. They are invitations. Every ache, every pang, every rising grief is a door to deeper healing if you will let me into it. I am not scared of your sadness. I am not overwhelmed by your anger. I am not offended by your doubts. Bring them all. Bring them trembling. Bring them raw. I can take them. I can transform them. I can speak peace into storms no one else sees. Let me into the room of your deepest questions. Let me into the place where you stopped hoping. Let me be the answer your heart dared not ask for. For I am not a myth. I am not a distant idea. I am your Father, and I am real. You don't have to know the whole path to begin walking. You don't have to see the whole picture to take the next step. Trust begins with movement. Even a whisper of faith is enough for me to respond. Even one step forward in the dark is enough to break open the dawn. You are not walking into uncertainty. You are walking into destiny. I have already gone before you. I have already cleared the path. I have already spoken your future into existence. And what I speak cannot be undone, not so rise. Not in fear, but in faith. Rise not because you feel strong, but because I have said you are. Rise not because everything makes sense, but because you are held by the one who never changes. This is not the end. This is not the closing of your story. This is the turning of a sacred page, and I am writing with fire and mercy. I am scripting your redemption with love. It does not quit. I am proclaiming over you what the enemy tried to silence. You are mine, and I am not finished. Let the fear fall off. Let the past stay buried. Let the chains break, not by your effort, but by your surrender. I am not calling you to fight harder. I am calling you to trust deeper. The battle belongs to me. Your victory is not in your might. It is in my name. And my name is a refuge, a fortress, a strong tower. Run to me, and I will protect you. Walk with me, and I will guide you. Rest in me, and I will restore you. You are not defined by what tried to break you. You are defined by the one who broke the power of death to save you. You are not the wounds of your past. You are the healed hands I will use to bless others. You are not the voice of despair. You are the echo of my hope in this world. I do not call the perfect. I call the willing. And if your heart still whispers, "Yes, Lord," then you are exactly where you need to be. Let today be the day you stop agreeing with fear. Let today be the day you stop shrinking your light. Let today be the day you start living as one who is fully, completely, eternally loved, not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. I am love. I am mercy. I am truth. And I am yours. I called you by name before you knew mine. Long before you called out from me, I had already spoken your name. Before your voice ever trembled in prayer, I had already written every word of your story in love. And I did not write you in as a mistake. I did not place you in this world as a burden to be tolerated. I placed you here because the earth needed someone only you could be. You may not understand it now, but I crafted you with intention, not accident. I formed your soul in eternity and chose the exact moment of your arrival, not for suffering, but for significance. There is nothing random about you. I wove you in the secret place with vision, with fire, with destiny, with purpose that hell itself cannot steal. You look at yourself, and you see flaws, failures, missed chances, what others rejected. But I see the imprint of my hands. I see the glory of my image. I see a child still wrapped in eternal purpose. Do not measure yourself by the standards of this world. Their metrics are shallow, fragile, fleeting. I do not weigh your value by status or appearance or success. I measure you by love, by willingness, by the image of my Son being formed in you, moment by sacred moment. You think you're too broken to be used, but I say to you now, it is your breaking that allows my glory to pour through. It is your humility that opens the door to divine power. You have waited for someone to affirm you. You have longed for a voice to say, "You are good, you are worthy, you are enough." So let me be that voice. Let me say what your soul has craved for years. You are mine. You are deeply loved. You are chosen. You are enough because I am enough in you. I have not asked you to impress me. I have asked you to walk with me. I have not demanded that you become something else to be acceptable. I have come to transform you as you are. Stop trying to carry what was never yours to hold. You were never meant to carry every burden alone. You were never asked to fix every broken piece by your own strength. I know you've been strong for too long. I know you've hidden your exhaustion behind your responsibilities. I know you've pretended that everything was fine because you didn't want to be a burden. But child, listen. You are not a burden. You are my beloved. I have seen the weight on your back, and now I offer you rest, real rest, soul rest, a kind of peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a kind of healing that doesn't wait for everything to be perfect. Let me into the places you've kept locked away, the ones even you are afraid to open, the room where your disappointment lives, the corner where you've hidden your dreams. Because hope started to hurt, I can step into that space with gentleness. I will not shame you. I will not rush you. I will not leave when the tears come. I will sit beside you until the walls begin to fall. And when they do, you will see not judgment, but light. Not condemnation, but comfort. Not wrath, but wonder. Yes, you've made mistakes. Yes, you've fallen. Yes, you've doubted. But none of that disqualifies you. If anything, it makes you ready. For it is not the self-assured I call. It is the surrendered. Not the perfect, but the open. Not the strong, but the willing. And if your heart is whispering, I still want you, even through the fear, and know this, I am already running toward you. With joy, with healing, with arms open wide. I don't need you to know how to get everything right. I only need you to say yes, yes to the unknown, yes to the deeper waters, yes to the journey that leads away from the comfort zone and into my heart. And no, you will not walk it alone. I will be with you. Every step, every valley, every victory, every night. When it feels like nothing is changing, I will be working behind the scenes. Every morning when your strength is gone, I will renew it. Every moment your soul trembles, I will be the calm. You are more than a survivor. You are more than a fighter. You are more than what they did to you. You are more than what the world told you you'd never be. You are a child of promise, a vessel of light, a voice for the weary, a reflection of heaven in a hurting world. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are seen. You are held. You are known. And the same power that raised my son from the grave is living inside of you. Don't let go of the lie that you have to figure it all out before you begin. Let go of the fear that you'll fail again. Let go of the belief that you missed your moment. You have not missed it. You are in it now. This moment, this breath, this word, it is your sign. Your wake-up call, your sacred invitation. It's time. It's time to return to who you are. To stop living beneath your identity. To stop agreeing with darkness. To stop entertaining every voice that contradicts what I have spoken over your life. Yes, the world will try to redefine you. But I call you by name. The world will say you're too much or not enough. But I say you are exactly who I designed. The world will label you by your sin. But I call you redeemed. The world will measure your worth by what you do. I define it by what my son has already done. His blood didn't just cover you. It cleansed you. It didn't just wash you. It made you new. You don't have to keep earning what has already been given. You don't have to keep striving to be seen. I already see you. I already chose you. And I am not changing my mind. I will lead you, not into safety, but into strength. I will guide you not into ease, but into victory. I will walk with you, not to keep you from pain, but to carry you through it with power. You may lose people along the way. You may lose comfort. You may lose old identities that no longer fit. But you will gain something greater. You will gain me. And I am more than enough for your soul. I am more than enough for your future. I am more than enough to carry you through every battle and into every promise. So stand, even if your knees tremble. Stand, even if your past screams louder than my promises. Stand, not in your own might, but in mine. For when you are weak, I am strong. When you fall, I lift. When you're confused, I clarify. And when you feel lost, I am already holding the map. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep showing up. Because I am building something eternal in you. Something the world cannot explain. Something darkness cannot stop. Something you will look back on and say, only God could have done this. You are not who the world told you to be. You have worn masks for so long that you forgot the shape of your own face. You have lived for the approval of voices that were never meant to define you. You have bowed to the opinions of the world, letting their judgments become the mirror in which you see yourself. But now I come, not to condemn you, but to uncover you, to remove the layers you placed over your soul to survive. I come to strip away what is false, not to shame you, but to set you free, because you were never made to live a life that pleased men. You were created to walk in the light of my glory. And no matter how many layers you've wrapped around your heart, my voice still reaches through them all. I never told you to be perfect. I never demanded your constant performance. I never measured you by your productivity, your beauty, your cleverness, or your strength. I never said, earn my love. I said, come to me. And I meant it. You don't have to climb to reach me. I descended to reach you. I stepped into your humanity not to punish, but to restore. I sent my son not to add more rules, but to fulfill every law you couldn't. I gave him fully and freely, because my love for you would not wait another moment. You have punished yourself long enough. You have rehearsed your failures like a song on repeat, believing that if you suffer enough, perhaps you will finally become lovable. But listen to me, child. I loved you first. I loved you when you failed. I loved you when you were lost. I loved you before you could give me anything. My love does not wait for your perfection. It meets you in your weakness and carries you through it. You don't need to bleed to feel worthy. You don't need to hide to feel safe. Come out of the shadows. Step into the warmth of my voice. Let me show you who you truly are. You are not your trauma. You are not your mistake. You are not your secret shame or hidden addiction. You are not the identity given to you by a broken family or a cruel world. You are not the sum of what they said about you. You are not the echo of rejection. You are not the product of abandonment. You are mine. That is your truest name. That is your most permanent identity. And I have never changed my mind about you. Even when you doubted me, even when you ran from me, even when you questioned if I existed, I never questioned your worth. I never stopped pursuing your heart. This world rewards performance, but I reward surrender. The world says, become more. I say, return to who I made you to be. The world says, achieve to matter. I say, you matter because I created you with intention. I know the battle inside you, between who you pretend to be and who you secretly hope you could become. I know how much energy you waste trying to be acceptable, palatable, impressive. But I didn't call you to impress. I called you to embody my love, and my love is not a weak, passive emotion. It is power. It is truth. It is fire that consumes everything false. It is water that washes shame from the soul. Let it in. Let it cleanse the lies you've believed for too long. You say, "But God, I'm not ready." I say, "You never had to be ready, just willing." You say, "But I don't know enough." I say, "My wisdom will be your guide." You say, "But I'm still afraid." I say, "Fear will not have the final word." You say, "But I've failed too many times." I say, "My grace is new every morning." You say, "But I don't feel worthy." And I say, "I made you worthy. I did not place you here by accident. You are not wandering through life without meaning. Every breath you take carries the echo of divine design. Every heartbeat is proof that I am still with you. I have set eternity in your heart, and that longing you feel, that ache you cannot name, is your soul remembering where it came from. It is the sound of my spirit calling you home. You were born for more than comfort, more than survival, more than success defined by men. You were born to shine my glory in a dark world. You were born to walk in courage when others are paralyzed by fear. You were born to love deeply, to live fully, to reflect heaven in every word and action. But to do that, you must let go of the old. You must release the identities that were never yours. The pressure to be everything for everyone. The mask of having it all together. The chains of guilt that bind your joy. The lie that you're always too much or never enough. Those were never from me. I did not create you to hide. I did not redeem you to remain small. I did not resurrect you to walk in fear. You are free. You are whole. You are new. And you are rising not because of your strength, but because of mine. My Son did not die for you to live in constant self-hatred. He did not rise from the dead for you to remain buried under condemnation. He did not pour out his blood just to leave you ashamed, disconnected, afraid. His sacrifice was complete. His love was total. His grace is now your inheritance. You are not a beggar at the table of righteousness. You are a child at home in my presence. You are not trying to earn your seat. You are seated with Christ in heavenly places. That is where your identity begins. That is where your strength is found. And now I am awakening you to a deeper truth. Not just that I love you, but that I have empowered you, that I have entrusted you, that I have placed purpose in your hands and fire in your bones. You were not made to simply be healed. You are made to bring healing. You are not only called to receive love, but to radiate it. You are a vessel of redemption. You are a testimony of my power. Every scar on your soul can become a doorway of hope for someone else. Every trial you've walked through is now a weapon of compassion. Every place you thought was wasted, I will use. You do not need to know the whole plan to take. The next step. Faith is not having it all figured out. It is knowing I go with you. Trust is not the absence of fear. It is the refusal to be ruled by it. And child, I am walking with you, not just into peace, but into purpose. I am guiding you, not just to safety, but to sacred impact. You were made for more. You were made for now. And this moment, this holy breath, is the beginning of a new way of being. So rise. Rise not to prove yourself, but to be yourself. Rise not to perform, but to walk in peace. Rise not to conquer others, but to conquer your own fears. Rise because I am calling you. Rise because the time is now. Rise because the world needs what I have planted in you. The light, the truth, the compassion, the wisdom, the endurance, the boldness, all of it formed in my image, refined by my love, covered by my grace. You don't have to go back to who you were. You don't have to carry what broke you. You don't have to fear the future. I am already there. I am the God who goes before you, the one who stands behind you, the one who surrounds you. And I have declared this is your moment. This is your time. This is your becoming. My timing is perfect, even when your faith trembles. There are moments when you cry out to me and hear only silence. Moments when you plead for answers, but receive only a whisper of peace that doesn't explain the storm. Moments when you ask me to move quickly, and I do not. I see you in those moments. I see the tears you don't show anyone. I see the frustration hidden behind your prayers. I see your heart trying to trust me while trembling with fear. And still, I say to you, I am not late. I have not forgotten you. My timing is perfect. My love is relentless. My hand is still holding yours. I know it's hard to wait. I know the waiting feels like failure. I know you wonder if the delay means I changed my mind about you. But hear me, delay is not denial. Silence is not absence. I do not abandon my children. I do not forget the ones I love. And child, I have engraved your name on my hands. I have kept every one of your tears in my bottle. I have counted every sleepless night and heard every whisper of, "How long, Lord?" Even when you thought I was still, I was working. Even when you couldn't see me, I was near. Especially then. Am the God of process. I am the God of preparation. I will not hand you a promise that will crush you because your character wasn't ready. I love you too much to give you something at the wrong time. I am not just concerned with blessing you. I am forming you. I am not just writing a story for you. I am writing a story through you. And that kind of story takes time. Holy time. Painful time. Beautiful time. Every chapter is building something eternal inside of you. Even when the pages feel empty, you say, "Why is it taking so long?" I say, "Because I am growing roots. Roots of strength. Roots of trust. Roots that go deeper than shallow emotions and surface-level belief. Roots that will hold when the winds of life come again. I am not just preparing the promise for you. I am preparing you for the promise. I am not just leading you to a destination. I am transforming who you are becoming on the way there. And this version of you, the one formed in the wilderness, will walk in the authority and maturity needed to carry what I've planned. Stop measuring my faithfulness by your timeline. I am eternal. I do not rush. I am not moved by panic. I do not adjust my will to satisfy your fear. I am building something greater than convenience. I am cultivating something deeper than comfort. I am making you like my son, not just in words, but in power. Not just in moments, but in the core of who you are. And sometimes that process breaks you open. But in that breaking, I am making you whole. You prayed for strength. I gave you trials that taught you endurance. You prayed for wisdom. I allowed moments where you had to lean on me entirely. You prayed for peace. I stripped away the distractions so you could see that peace isn't the absence of storms, but the presence of me within them. You prayed for love. I revealed to you what love costs and how it heals. I answered you, not always in the way you expected, but in the way that would last. And still, I know how weary you are. I know how long you've carried that question. God, when will it be my turn? You've celebrated others while quietly aching inside. You've obeyed me when it seemed like everyone else was getting ahead. You've remained faithful while others walked away and seemed to flourish. And still, you have chosen me. Still, you've held on to me. Still, your soul whispers yes when everything around you says give up, because deep down, you know who I am. You know I am good. You know I don't lie. You know I finish what I start. So let that knowing rise again. Let it silence every voice of doubt. Let it anchor you when your emotions scream otherwise. I have not brought you this far to abandon you. I have not sustained you this long to watch you fall. I am the author and the finisher. I do not stop writing halfway through the story. And if you are in the middle, remember this. The middle is not the end. It is not failure. It is not forgotten. It is the sacred stretch of faith where you decide what kind of person you will become before the promise arrives. And I will use that middle to forge in you a holy fire that will carry you through every future season. You will not be fragile anymore. You will not be tossed by every wave of emotion. You will be rooted, anchored, steadied, and you will walk not only in blessing, but in power and perspective. So be still, not because the waiting is easy, but because you trust who is holding the clock. Be still not because you have every answer, but because you believe I do. Be still not because the world is calm, but because I am your peace in the chaos. I have never lost control. I have never lost sight of you, and I never will. You do not need to chase what I have already prepared. You do not need to manipulate what I have already spoken. You do not need to fear missing what I have already ordained. If it is mine to give, no man can take it. If I have spoken it, no lie can override it. If I have promised it, no delay can erase it. So rest. Rest not in apathy, but in trust. Rest not in denial, but in holy confidence. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are exactly where I have you for a reason. The miracle you seek is not only ahead of you, it is also within you. It is in the way your heart still chooses to believe. It is in the strength of your surrender. It is in the softening of your pride. It is in the healing of your hidden wounds. You are becoming the answer to someone else's prayer because you chose me in the fire. And that is no small thing. That is everything. You may feel small, but you carry something eternal. You may feel tired, but you walk with resurrection power. You may feel unsure, but you are led by the shepherd who knows every step. You may feel overlooked, but heaven knows your name. And child, you have not even begun to see what I will do through a life fully surrendered. Eyes have not seen. Ears have not heard. Hearts have not imagined what I am about to unveil through you. So keep walking. Even when the road is quiet, keep worshiping. Even when your heart aches, keep sowing. Even when the harvest isn't visible, keep believing. Even when nothing makes sense. Because you walk not by sight, but by faith. And faith, my beloved, is never wasted. It is the soil of the miraculous. It is the birthplace of transformation. It is the key that opens doors no man can shut. You have not been waiting in vain. You have been waiting in the hands of a faithful God. And I promise you this, when I move, it will be right. When I move, it will be holy. When I move, it will make sense of every tear, every prayer, every step you took in the dark. And you will not say, "Why did it take so long?" You will say, "It had to be this way." You belong to me forever. Now, my beloved, I have brought you through the fire, through the valleys, through the silence and the storm, not to leave you at the edge of hope, but to lead you into your fullness. You have cried. You have questioned. You have trembled. And still, you have remained. Still, you have chosen me. Still, you have reached for me in the dark. And for that, I speak this final word into your soul. You are mine. You have always been mine, and you will forever be mine. I did not love you to let you go. I did not chase you to leave you behind. I did not rescue you just to watch you survive. I called you so that you would come alive, and now you will. You are no longer a wanderer in the wilderness. You are no longer a prisoner to your past. You are no longer defined by what hurt you. You are no longer enslaved to what you could not control. Because I, the Lord your God, have made a covenant with you, and I do not break my promises. I gave you my Son, not as a symbol, but as a Savior, not as an idea, but as a living word, not to teach you how to earn me, but to show you that I gave myself fully for you. Everything he did with you in his heart. Every step he took to the cross, he took to reach your heart. Every drop of blood he shed spoke your name. And when he rose, he sealed your victory forever, not by your strength, not by your goodness, but by love perfect, holy, undying. Love. There is now nothing separating you from me, no sin too dark, no shame too heavy, no distance too wide. You are reconciled. You are restored. You are redeemed. And you are no longer just surviving. You are living in me. You are seated with Christ. You are walking in power. You are wearing a crown of mercy, clothed in righteousness, surrounded by grace. You are not fighting for victory. You are living from it. And now your soul is waking up to the truth that the world could never give you, waking up to the voice that has never stopped calling, waking up to the reality that you are not an orphan. You are my child. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. You are not. Behind you are right on time. You are not unloved. You are the very one I came for. You are not a mistake. You are a miracle wrapped in flesh, carrying eternity in your spirit. Let me speak it again into every wound, every doubt, every shadow in your mind. You belong to me. I chose you. I delight in you. I carry you. I fight for you. I discipline you because I love you. I comfort you because I live in you. I give you peace not as the world gives. I speak purpose where you once felt lost. I breathe destiny where you once felt dead. And I never stop forming you into something beautiful, into something eternal, into the image of my Son. Your identity is not fragile. It is sealed. Your purpose is not uncertain. It is written. Your destiny is not out of reach. It is unfolding even now. You are not a wandering soul. You are a burning light. You are not trying to earn a seat. You are sitting in the very place Christ secured. You are not waiting to be chosen. You were chosen before time began. And now I say, walk like you belong. Love like you've been loved. Give like you've received. Live like you've been raised from the dead. Because you have. You don't need to return to the old anymore. The old mindset, the old fear, the old shame, the old silence, the old hunger for approval. I have put a new song in your mouth, a new strength in your spirit, a new fire in your bones. And this is your moment to rise and be all I created you to be, not in the world's image, not in the shadows of the past, but in me, in the fullness of divine love, divine truth, divine power. Where you once felt small, I say you are mighty. Where you once felt hidden, I say you are seen. Where you once felt rejected, I say you are accepted. Where you once felt broken, I say you are whole. Where you once felt finished, I say, I have only just begun. I have placed my spirit inside of you. You are not walking alone. You are not carrying your future by yourself. I walk with you, live within you, and move through you. My presence will never leave. My love will never end. Do not fear the unknown. I'm already there. Do not fear failure. I have covered it with grace. Do not fear rejection. I have called you by name. Do not fear the battles. I have overcome the world. Do not fear time. I am the beginning and the end. I am already in your tomorrow. I am preparing the path. I am aligning the right people. I am opening the doors no man can shut. And even if the mountains fall and the earth shakes, I will hold you. So now, my child, go forth. Not in striving, but in surrender. Not in confusion, but in confidence. not in fear, but in faith. You are not too late. You are not too far. You are not too much, and you are never alone. I am with you. I am within you. I am your source, your strength, your song, your anchor, your hope, your eternity. And if ever again you doubt, if ever again the night feels too long, or the pain too deep, return to this truth. For I so loved you that I gave my one and only Son, that if you believe in him, you will never perish. You will live forever. With me. You are my beloved, my creation, my child, my joy, my home, my vessel, my light, my testimony, my masterpiece, my warrior, my chosen, my heir, my delight, and nothing can separate you from my love. If these words stirred your soul, do not let them fade. Stay close to this voice. Come back, be still, and listen again. God is not finished. He's just beginning. Subscribe to God Says, where healing begins with hearing the Father's voice.